some people are always at the top, while others struggle below? Let's break down the layers of society through three bold perspectives. Welcome back to my channel. This video will explore social stratification and inequality through three major sociological lenses: functionalism, Marxism, and feminism. We'll delve into how each theory defines social hierarchy, identifies its causes, and proposes solutions to the challenges of inequality. Here we go. I have already shared a detailed video on what is social stratification and what is hierarchy and equality. I'm giving you a quick recap of that right now. Social stratification refers to society's categorization of its people into rankings based on factors like wealth, income, education, family, background, and power. The system of hierarchy creates social inequality where certain groups have more access to resources and opportunities than others. Understanding these layers helps us analyze the distribution of privileges and burdens across different social groups, revealing the persistent patterns of disadvantages and advantages within the society. How the functionalists see the society. Society is a system, inequality as necessity. Interdependent parts. Functionalists view society as a complex system whose parts work together to promote solidarity and stability. Each institution, like family, education, or economy, plays a vital role in maintaining the social order and balance. This perspective emphasizes social consensus and cohesion, suggesting that societal norms and values are generally agreed upon the most members. Social institutions functions to preserve this order. Necessary inequality. From a functionalist standpoint, social inequality is not only inevitable but also necessary for the smooth functioning society. It motivates individuals to strive for higher positions, ensuring that important roles are filled by the most qualified people. Functionalism, see meritocracy and the Davis-Moore thesis. The Davis-Moore thesis, a core concept in functionalism, argues that social stratification is universal and arises from the need of societies to place and motivate individuals into specific roles, positions that are functionally more important and require special skills or training receive greater rewards. This differential reward system, for example, high salaries for doctors or engineers, ensures that talented individuals are attracted to and prepared for these crucial positions, thus benefiting society as a whole. It posits that society is a meritocracy where effort and ability determine success. But how the Marxist lens deep inside see the society? They see the society as a class conflict, exploitation, and capitalism. The history of all hitherto existing society, the history of class struggles. This is the point of view of Karl Marx. In stark contrast to functionalism, the Marxist perspective views social stratification as a product of economic relation and power imbalances inherent in capitalism. Karl Marx argued that society is divided into two primary classes based on their relationships to the means of production: capitalists and workers. The ruling class, who own the means of production, factories, land, capital, and derive their wealth from the labor of others. Workers. The working class, who own no means of production and must sell their labor for wages to survive. They are exploited by the bourgeois. Marxism applied. The proletariat, bourgeoisie, and revolutionary change. Capitalist production. The bourgeoisie accumulates wealth by extracting surplus value from the proletariat's labor, paying them less than the value they produced. Class consciousness. Over the time, the proletariat develops a collective awareness of the exploitation and common interest, leading to class consciousness. Alienation. Workers become alienated from their labor, the products they create, their fellow workers, and their own human potential under capitalism. Revolutionary change. This consciousness culminates a revolution where the proletariat overthrows the bourgeoisie, establishing a classless communist society. The third lens we are having is the feminist lens: gender, patriarchy, and intersecting inequalities. Feminist theories broaden the understanding of social stratification by focusing on gender as a fundamental axis of inequality. They argue that patriarchal systems where men hold primary power and authority perpetuate the subordination of women and their marginalized genders. This perspective highlights how gender roles, expectations, and power dynamics shape access to resources, opportunities, and social status, leading to systematic disadvantages for women across various spheres of life. How gender structures power and resources. The gender pay gap. Women consistently earn less than men for comparable work, reflecting systematic discrimination and occupational segregation. Underrepresentation in leadership. Despite progress, women remain significantly underrepresented in positions of power across politics, business, and academia. Unpaid labor and care work. Women disproportionately bear the burden of unpaid domestic work and caregiving, limiting their participation in the formal economy. Intersectionality. Feminist theory, particularly intersectionality, emphasizes how gender intersects with race, class, sexuality, and other identities to create unique experiences of oppression and privilege. Now here I'm having a diagram, a chart sort of thing that will be giving you a clear picture that how divergent views on the causes and solutions of inequality. Functionalism see the society as necessary for societal efficiency and motivation, merit-based reward systems, education, and social mobility. Marxism see that exploitation inherent in capitalist class relations, revolutionary overthrow of capitalism leading to a classless society. While on the other hand, feminism sees patriarchal systems and gender-based power imbalances, dismantling patriarchy, promoting gender equality, and addressing intersectional oppression. Each theory offers a distinct framework for understanding why societies are stratified and how inequalities persist, while functionalism sees inequality as a natural outcome benefiting society. Marxism and feminism identity as it as a result of power struggles and systematic oppression. Conclusion. Key takeaways and enduring relevance of these theories. Understanding social stratification requires considering multiple theoretical perspectives. Functionalism emphasizes societal stability through necessary inequality. Marxism highlights class conflict and exploitation under capitalism, while feminism brings gender and patriarchy to the forefront, emphasizing intersectional experiences. So, if we sum up all these theories, no single theory fully explains the complexities of social stratification. Each offers valuable insights into its causes. These classical theories remain crucial for analyzing contemporary inequalities and informing efforts towards social injustice. In interdisciplinary approaches, combining insights from these and other theories can lead to more comprehensive solutions for addressing social inequality. Inequality isn't random, it's structured. Which lens explains it best for you? Drop your thoughts in the comments, like, subscribe, and share for more insights that matter. Thank you.